Good morning. It's Sunday, January 7th, and I'm here to tell you that the Democratic Party is in bad shape. They are allowing Joe Biden to run again as the president. And his approval rating is so low, it's like minus 16 points. No president has ever had such a low rating going into the election year. And there's only 10 months left till the election. And the Democrats have to seriously consider putting forward a different candidate. Now, I have not come to the conclusion that Joe Biden has done a bad job. In fact, I think he's done a good job. The only question in my mind, the only thing that I disagree with what he's done so far, is attempting to get us back into the nuclear deal with Iran. I thought that was a disaster from day one when Obama did it. And it continues to be a disaster. And I don't know why he wasted his time on that. And he's done a creditable job in some terrible situations, the pandemic, inflation, and everything. But there are many in this country that are unhappy with him. And his visuals are not good. He looks like a tired old man. He speaks well enough, but he looks like a tired old man. And so he must consider stepping aside. And that's a problem, because there's nobody in the Democratic Party that has risen to the surface at this point who looks like he could be a contender and beat the infamous Donald Trump, who no matter what he does, his ratings are solid. He keeps on picking up people. He keeps on gaining on his opponents. He holds rallies. And people show up and cheer and wave banners and everything. And this at a man who has 91 potential convictions against him? This is a man who in 2 states so far has been barred from being on the ballot under Section 3 of the Constitution. And yet he continues to roll along. And he's not so much younger than Biden, but he appears younger. In any event, that's a terrible situation that we are in. And the Democrats don't have any time to rectify this situation. Right now, many of the primary situations are all locked up. So if the Democrats have to have a sudden change, they have to do a reshuffling coming up to the convention in August. And maybe the smart thing for them to do would be to not have any more primaries in the states. Abandon the primaries. Find a candidate that will stand out and have a great convention in August to present this person to the public. And this person should not be Kamala Harris. She hasn't done anything to put herself in the limelight and to prove to the nation that she would be a competent president. She's very popular in the state of California, or appears to be popular in the state of California, but she's not popular around the country. And the tasks that she had been put in charge of, one of them being the border, that worked very well. And she's not a great communicator. She hasn't been able to tell everybody exactly what's happening in her areas of responsibility. And maybe that's because she's the vice president, and vice presidents by nature sort of hang behind the curtain because they don't want to look better than the current president. So maybe that's the problem. But I don't see her as a viable candidate for the presidency. I think the Democrats have a tremendous amount of work to do in a short period of time if they expect to win the 2024 election. Now, I know there are many out there that think that Biden has done a great job and he should be reelected, but that is not enough for solid Democrats to believe that, because there's a huge contingent contingent of people, independents, marginal conservatives who are looking. They're not necessarily happy with Trump and they're looking for a candidate, but they're going to look past Biden because he's worn out. Now, assuming it was possible to have Biden bail out, that would throw the whole Democratic Party system into chaos. They would have to reschedule everything. They would have to get reorganized quickly, and everybody would have to have a main focus right on the task at hand. That is an impossible situation in the best of times. And I don't think the Democratic Party is capable of putting together a candidate other than Biden right now. And there would be so many people jumping into the pot, so to speak, if Biden were to bail now. So if you take a look at what happened in the last Democratic primary when there were 29 candidates that came forward. Imagine what would happen now. But maybe it would be worth it. Maybe the chaos would be worth it because we need a young electable candidate, the Democrat. However, it seems equally possible that the eventual winner could be unelectable. Somebody like a younger Bernie Sanders, say. This is a mess. The Democrats are sitting in a deep hole right now. And they certainly can't afford to have the nomination go to Kamala Harris. She's only 61, but she hasn't proven to the world that she can do a great job or anything like that. All in all, I think because of this situation, that the Democrats can't get out and allow anybody else to run except Mr. Biden at this point. And they have to point to the couple of things that have gone very, very well. The economy looks like it's turning around. Unemployment is low. Gasoline prices are down. So the Democrats have to create a more excitable candidate out of Mr. Biden in order to wrap up a second term. And that is not going to be a very easy task. Maybe he needs somebody to help him speak to all the crowd. And maybe Kamala Harris has to drop out of the vice presidency so they can put a younger, more personable person in that role. And maybe the plan would be that Biden would just say he's too tired after 2 years and step aside. I don't know that that's ever happened, so I leave you with the Democratic presidential candidate mess. Have a great day. Bye.